Hello Kraft team, in this video we shall see how to block a Gele fabric, how to block using a grooved mold, and also how to perfectly trim your molded fascinator base. Let's get crafting. If you're new here, you're highly welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. I am Ibiwari. So for our project today, we'll be needing some items. We'll need our block. See our grooved block. We'll get to see how to block it and get a beautiful base from it. Then we'll be needing, I'll be using a princess mat. You can also use a cinnamon and my Gele that I'll be blocking. My beautiful Gele, I'll be blocking. No more wasting your Gele. You can upcycle your old Gele. Then I'll be needing a brush. I'll need a thumbtack. I'll need any oil. I'll be using homemade carrot oil, and I'll be needing my stiffener. So that's all we'll be needing for our project today. So to start off with, ensure your block, your mold is covered with a cellophane. Then go ahead to use either your hair cream or any oily stuff to cover your block. Then you now place your princess mat or your cinnamon. For this project, I'm using my princess mat, which I cut on the bias. Then on it, I used a two layer of my princess mat before placing my Gele on it. So to start off with, I'll first of all pin the center top of my block. The center top of my block, I'll pin with my thumbtack. Then I'll now do the north, south, east, and west stuff on the grooved area. The grooved area, I go north, south, east, and west. So that will be what I'll be doing. I'm so happy and excited to come back to this channel after over 10 months. I lost access to this channel because of two-step verification. I didn't save my backup codes and I could not access this channel. I missed you all on this channel. I'm so grateful I am back. And not only back, I am back with so many subscribers to this channel. Thank you to all our new subscribers. Thank you for joining. Even when there was no upload on this channel, you subscribe to it. Thank you so much. I am super grateful for all you that stay true to this channel. So thank you and thank you. I'm so happy. Please, if you put your two-step verification on for your Google account, please, if you've not written out your backup codes, don't forget, do it please. I was a victim of that. I didn't write out my backup codes and I lost access to my Google account and all my associated Google Drive, my YouTube account. But I'm so happy I am back. So please don't make that similar mistake I did. So back to our crafting. So once I do my north, east, west, and south, I'll just start pinning. You pull your fabric down like you're stretching your fabric and you pin. You stretch your fabric, you pin. That is basically what I'll do round the grooved area. Watch till the end so that you get to see the tips on what I do, that after molding my fascinator, I can still go ahead to use my fascinator without having a need to cover that groove area. You know, if there's a way you do it and you have to, you must cover it. But watch till the end, you get to see how I block, what I do after blocking that. I can go ahead to get a base without having need to cover that grooved area. So I'm just still pinning. Pull your fabric, stretch, make sure your fabric stretches over. And once we get to that point where you do your north, east, west and south, you get to see that there are times you have to take out that one. As you pull as you block along the line, you get to take out that one so that it smoothens out your fabric and it will not give this ruffled kind of look to your base. So as you're working, when you get to that point, if there is a need, please take it out and pin along the way. If there is no need, good and fine. But if there is a need that you have to take it out to smoothen your fabric, because once it gets to that point where you're finishing off, that is when you have those greases. So please kindly take it out if there is a need and smooth out and pin. So just smooth. Now we are working on the crown. You can see the crown, the shape of the crown has come out already. So just smooth it, pin. Make sure you blend, like you smooth it perfectly before you pin down. So you get a smooth crown. So pinning is fun. This is the fun part. You just get to pin smooth till you get your smooth. Your crown comes out very smooth. Then after this crown, I get to pin the body of my base, my block. I get to pin. Now see the crown. See how beautiful the crown is. Now we've gotten the full shape of the crown and our groove. So we are done with this. I'll just have to pin the body of the mold. So watch till you get to the point where I get to tell you what you will do, so you get to when and how you get a base without much of those pins showing. So now I'll get to pin the body of my block. I'll still do the north, east, west and south to start off with, just to get a hold of what I want to do. Then once I get the north, east, west and south, we'll still go about the same thing. Smooth and pin, smooth and pin, smooth and pin, until you pin round your block. If you've watched up to this point and you've not joined the craft team, what are you waiting for? Click on the subscribe button now to join the craft team for more headwear tutorials, fashion accessory DIYs, millinery tips and many more to come on this channel. Now that I'm back to this lovely family, to be back to back video dropping, you don't want to miss out, trust me. So I'm almost done pinning, so I still get to show you this part, what I meant by when I did the first crown area. So you see this, when you're getting close to finishing, that is when you have to see these little greases. So this is when you have to be patient more and smoothing out your, even if it's cinnamon or just princess mat that you're blocking without covering with any other fabric, it still applies. And as I'm pulling down, I'm also holding the inside of my princess mat to pull, so it all flattens out the same way. So as I'm pulling, my thumb is under and I'm pulling my princess mat. So see how I'm pulling to smoothing out the fabric, then before I pin. That way I spread the fabric. When it gets closer to finishing, I spread it to the left, I spread it to the right, so it doesn't just bulk up at a spot. So watch closely. I smooth, I pin. I smooth to the left, I smooth to the right, then I pin. So if you don't do it this way, you end up getting a greased base. When your base is ready, you get a greased base. So you just take your time and do this. If you want to get a perfect clean base, take your time and do your pinning stuff right. Once you get this pinning stuff right, your fascinator base comes out smooth and fine. So that's why I'm just showing you this part, this ending part, because this is where the work is. the other part you can just smooth pin. When it gets to those points, that is when the work is how to finish it well. So watch closely as much as you want, then you get to see the tricks I use. So the same thing with the grooves part. If you see any pin that is not well positioned, you need to take it out to pin, to like get a better pin. Please do go ahead, take it out, get a better pin. All we want is a good finished work, right? So if it needs us to take out some couple of pins and repinning, why not? Why not take it out, repin, and get the best of your work? So see how I smooth that the last part. Now I smooth it left, I smooth it right, just to ensure that that point is smooth. I'm not having any grease. See, I've taken out under pin, just taking out under pin, then I will repin again just to smoothing, to ensure that there is no grease left at my finish point. There is no grease left. So if there is a need to take out your pin, please do take out your pin, smoothing out, repin. Because if you don't get it well and go ahead to stiffen, that is how it will come out for you. So I am done. This is the finished work of the pinning. So see how the crown is out, looking beautiful. So for my stiffener, what I do, I use 1-in-1 dilution. That is half of my stiffener, then the same quantity with water. That is what I use, and it comes out best for me without any white patches. So to stiffen, I'll just go ahead and take out that first, that center pin I put. I just take it out because it has done its work for me. But if you feel there's a need to leave it there, but for me it has done its work, I'll just go ahead and remove it, and I start applying. Do I apply my stiffener? I like dab, then I smoothing out, dab, like, so that it gets into the fabric. Dab, smoothing out, dab, smoothing out. That is the technique I use. And please be generous with your stiffener when it comes to applying over this lined gele that I'm using. It's not like, okay, only cinnamon or princess mat. This one has to go through the gele, then gets to stiffen the princess mat under the gele. So please be generous with your stiffener. And I used, like I said earlier, the same equal volume of my stiffener to water. Then get that consistency. It's not too runny, it's not too thick. That's the consistency I use, and it has always worked for me. But you can try out and play around with your own consistency and see what works for best for you. So I'll just go ahead, smooth, dab, smooth, and ensure you get it, like, be generous. So when I'm done, I'll just dry it for about 1 hour. Then this grooved area, I'll take out the thumbtack. I'll not allow the thumbtack to stay on it and dry completely. You can see now, you can see that the grooved area, there is no thumbtack, because at 50 to 1 hour I went and removed all the thumbtack in that grooved area. Then when I remove it, I'll just still go ahead with my stiffener to smoothing out that area that the thumbtack was. I'll just apply and smoothing out just that area where the thumbtack was, then allow it to dry completely. That is the technique I use with grooved fascinator that will apply thumbtack, because that way it works for me. But if you prefer to use like a rope to tie, rope doesn't work for me, like it doesn't hold for me. I'll just go ahead to use thumbtack. Then once it's 50 to 1 hour, I remove the thumbtack and just smoothing out. Let's see our big reveal and see what it's like. See the inside, no stain at all. see the inside of our fascinator, our base. No stain, no stain. It came out beautifully well, like so smooth and clean and crisp. Yes, so I told you my stiffener works well for me. So this is what I do, the method I use to get the best of what my block, my finished work is smooth and clean work. So now once I remove my base from my block, I'll go ahead to trim it to get the perfect base, the perfect shape. So I've trimmed off the excess first, then now I'll now go again to trim the at which point, like the mark I want my base to be. Look at the mark I want mine to be. So you determine the mark you want yours, like the size, the height you want your base to be. That is how you now go ahead to trim it to that point. So it's not just enough to get your fascinator or your base blocked and stiffened. This is another level of the work. How do you get your fascinator base to be trimmed out well, perfect and smooth? So this is part of what the work is. After blocking and it's dried, you now trim out the excess fabric to get a very smooth base, a very smooth leveled base. So you get, first of all, trim out the excess, then gently go over again, trim all the to the level, the height you want your base to be. Go ahead to trim it and get to that level you want your base to be. So the way what I said earlier, how I remove my thumbtack at 50 to 1 hour, then smoothing out the area where the thumbtack was with the stiffener again, just lightly brush it with the stiffener. Then before I allow it to completely dry, is what gives me this smooth crown base that I can apply. Just go ahead to apply my designs without the need to overly cover the whole crown. So that is what it works best for me. You can try it out and see, and you can leave me a comment in the comment section if you tried it out and it came out well for you. So I've done the second trimming. Now the final trimming is I'll get to look at my base. Is there any area that is not smooth that I need to smooth? Don't be afraid, go ahead to smooth till you get a perfect finished work. Go ahead to retrim, trim till you get your base smooth. So I'll just go ahead, that is what I'm doing now. I'll check, is there a need for me to retrim some certain area? I go ahead to trim until I get the best of the best. So if you try this out and you want to share with us, please connect with us on Facebook at It Is Fine Crafties, on our Facebook group page at It Is Fine Crafties Connect, on our Instagram, TikTok, It Is Fine Crafties. Just connect with us. Let's see your recreations, and leave us a comment what you like to see on the channel. If you tried this out and it came out beautifully well, let us know. Any other thing you want to see on the channel, let us know. Join the craft team if you've not. What are you waiting for? Click that subscribe button now to join the craft team for more headwear tutorial, fashion accessory DIYs, millinery tips, many more millinery tips to come. So join the craft team. I'm so excited. I'm back to the channel. So excited, and my first upload tutorial video back on the channel. Please share so many others will learn from it and share. Let's grow together. I'm on a road to 1,000 subscribers, so please kindly share and encourage others to subscribe to Let's Grow This Family. Thanks once again to all who joined when I was unable to access the channel. I really deeply appreciate you, and I'm giving you a visual of all of you. See our base. Tell me it's not looking crisp and clean. Oh my god, it's so clean and beautiful. Try it out. Give it a try and thank me later. Thank me later when you give it a try. Look how beautiful. I can't wait to design this Gele fabric fascinator. Like, no more wasting your old Gele. Anything you can think, you can recreate. Be creative. Till we meet again. Bye.